A massive lawsuit has been filed in the death of a Kansas teenager who died in custody. Cedric Lofton was 17 years old and in the Kansas foster care system. His foster family was seeking mental health interventions and were directed to call police to initiate help. His death is the reason for today's lawsuit, and there are new jaw-dropping accusations. Here's investigative reporter Angie Racono.
This case made national news. Cedric Lofton died after being restrained in handcuffs and placed in the prone position for 39 minutes. Today's filing releases new images and details leading up to that moment. The lawsuit contains pictures of Cedric Lofton being restrained. It's a system called WRAP, which attorneys compare to a straitjacket. It claims Cedric was tired, afraid, and paranoid. He told officers he was worried people were trying to kill him. The filing says Cedric asked officers, "Y'all are here to protect me, right?" Lawyers argue Cedric needed help. He needed a hospital, but say officers treated him like a criminal and took him to a detention center because it was easier and a bit of a punishment.
And here's what makes this case so devastating. The Wichita Police Department has a history of, instead of taking individuals to hospitals where they can get mental health treatment, they drop them off at JIAC. And they drop them off at JIAC as a punitive measure to punish children who are suffering mental health crisis.
Cedric Lofton was eventually released from the WRAP. Video from inside the detention center shows him walking around, but he's eventually placed in handcuffs and put in the prone position. The minutes tick by.
Every day I just have to remember that he was sat on for 39 minutes and they watched him die.
The lawsuit was filed by Cedric's brother, who spoke today to reporters.
More than anything, we just want to see prosecution. We want to show that you can't get away with it, that the police here cannot get away with what they did.
Cedric's death sparked outrage. Governor Kelly called for DCF to review its policies and procedures, but ultimately, no one was charged in the young man's death, even though the autopsy concluded this was a homicide. Lofton died from complications of cardiopulmonary arrest, sustained after physical struggle, restrained in the prone position. The prosecutor says Kansas' Stand Your Ground law protects the officers who feared they were in danger. It's something attorneys and activists scoffed at.
He had committed no crime. He had done nothing wrong. He was unarmed. He presented no risk or danger to anybody. How many more black children need to die before there is change in our institutions in this city?
Lawyers argued that detention center has been inspected and criticized in a 2016 Kansas Department of Corrections report. The state noted systematic deficiencies, including its inability to handle children with mental health issues. Angie Racono, KCTV5 News.